Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Blaugrana Planet. What a cruel defeat for Football Club Barcelona. What a terrible defeat for Football Club Barcelona, guys. We fought until the last seconds there. We fought and we came back actually in this game, in a tremendous game that we actually lost 4-3 against Inter de Milan in San Siro, in a very difficult stadium against a cheering, very loudly cheering crowd. Also 4,000 fans of Football Club Barcelona amongst some of my friends there. Very proud of the people, of the fans that managed to travel there. It was very unfortunate, guys. This is the sensation that we have after this cruel defeat. I think that the team really gave it all. I think that the first half of the team, of course, wasn't great. We conceded 2 goals again. Similar scenario than what we had against Inter in Montjuic. Then we came back. Then in the second half we did come back scoring 3 goals. A splendid second half from this team. I wonder what Hansi Flick told the players in the second half. They came out like bullets. We completely dominated that second half. We did dominate pretty much a lot of moments of the first half. It is true that Inter did get at least domination in at least 15-20 minutes on that second half. They scored goals. All of their goals are, just one random chance that they have. It's not random chances, really either headers or either comebacks, counterattacks, etc. Barcelona was completely dominating the game, but yet again we weren't able to do it there in the last minutes. Of course, the physicality of Inter again, I think, played a big role. This is purely heartbreaking, guys. Gerard Martin. I think Gerard Martin played a really good game despite the last chance in the minute 94 there, where he was theoretically fouled. We will see the images, we will see the lineups, we will see everything in this video, guys. I know it's hard, but we need to be proud of this team. We need to be proud of this team that we were nowhere to be seen last season, and this season we are pretty close to glory, right? We are not reaching glory yet, but we are pretty close. There are some controversy in the game. There is some controversial calls. For example, this penalty. I think that was finally called a foul, a free kick. I think it was a clear penalty. If we look at the last touch of the Inter de Milan player was inside the box, therefore it should have been a penalty in my eyes. If you actually get the rule book, this should have been a penalty. I wonder how they take decisions there in the VAR, but I'm pretty certain that MARCINIAK there, the referee, has a lot to do, and especially the people up there in the VAR. Just look at the Inter de Milan players, like Mkhitaryan there with Lamine Yamal. I think it was pretty clear. Also, it makes me wonder, right? In this La Liga game, just look at how far the Real Madrid is out from the box, right? They call this a penalty, yet Lamine Yamal is literally stepping on the line. He's literally getting tackled halfway through the line, and they don't call it a penalty, and they say they have the courage, that the referee Marciniak has the courage to say that it was this much. Well, of course, there's a lot to argue, right? There's also this chance here with Acerbi, where the ball touched his chest and then it touched his rear arm, if we could call it that, this part of the arm. To be honest, I don't think this was a penalty. It looks like a penalty because his arm is upright. But I don't think that coming from his chest should have been a penalty. Plus, it's not really touching the forearm here. It's more like in the upper side of the arm. Therefore, I'm not that sure, but I'm pretty sure that this should have been called a penalty. For sure. This should have been called a penalty, and here Marciniak is honestly, I can't understand. I can't believe he's being called one of the best referees in the Champions League. This is completely ridiculous. The fact that they put us this referee with knowing what happened 2 years ago in the same scenario here in San Siro against the same rival, Inter de Milan, the same thing. Well, I don't know how they have the courage to do this, right? UEFA really puts us the same referee. It seems that it's all set up. I don't know. At the end of the day, it smells a little weird, guys. It smells a little weird. The same referee that was caught with a little bag of Real Madrid, right? I don't know how you call this in English, where you keep your toothbrush, etc. Well, it was a Real Madrid bag here. MARCINIAK, the same referee that disallowed Bayern de Munich goal a year ago, a valid Bayern de Munich goal against Real Madrid also, and many more. There's a lot of scenarios here, of course, the Inter de Milan game that I mentioned earlier. But not only we have to focus on the referees, guys. Let's look at our lineup. I think that our lineup was pretty good. Thank you, Slava, for the donation. He says, I hope people welcome them as winners when they return. They deserve and need it. This generation will win the UCL at least 3 times, mark my word. Certainly, Slava, the sensation is that we got defeated with pride, right? I mean, look at this team. If we can calculate the average age of this team, I think that's where the scenario that you're presenting comes along, right? I mean, Lamine Yamal, 17 years old. Frenkie de Jong, 26? Dani Olmo must be at least 25. Pedri is 21? Rafinha is 27. Íñigo Martínez, okay, one of the older one of the bunch. Cubarsí, 18 years old. Gerard Martin must be probably 20 years old. Eric Garcia, 21, 22 years old. Ferran Torres, 23 years old. Of course, Chesney is another exception here. But the average age of the substitutions also, Gavi, Fermin, etc. So let's look at the lineup that we came up. Gerard Martin, Íñigo Martínez, Cubarsí, Eric Garcia. This was, of course, the novelty. I think both Eric Garcia and Gerard Martin played a really good game overall. A really good game. Gerard Martin playing with confidence, playing with a lot of pride, I think. Of course, he did mess up there in some seconds, in some moments, but at the end of the day, what he did throughout the whole game gives him the credits, right? Eric Garcia also, just to be coming as a right back, and what he did, even scoring the first goal for Football Club Barcelona, putting us back in the game, I think that was exceptional. Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez as well, pretty well. Chesney, nothing remarkable, to be honest. Frenkie de Jong, I think he was pretty slow. Frenkie de Jong at some moments, losing possession. I didn't like Frenkie de Jong. Pedri, of course, exceptional. Dani Olmo, again, getting us back into the game with the 2-2. But I didn't see much of Dani Olmo. I really like Dani Olmo when he comes in the second half, right? Rafinha, Ferran Torres, and Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal, guys. Lamine Yamal. Let's just speak just a moment about Lamine Yamal, because his game was actually spectacular. The fact that he was being covered by some of the best defenders in the world, not by one defender. He was covered by 2 or 3 defenders at the same time, and he was able to create chances. I think that was incredible. Really incredible. Ferran Torres, we didn't have much possibilities in the middle of the defense. Ferran Torres was pretty lonely, but he was coming in through the defense with Pedri, Olmo, etc. I think we missed a little bit of the best Lewandowskis here, but the truth is that Inter de Milan was defending in block really nicely. And then Rafinha. In the first half, we didn't see anything of Rafinha. In the second half, we did see some more creative, and then that third goal that almost got us into the final of the Champions League, guys. Almost got us into the final of the Champions League. We were this close, guys. We were this close, but football is cruel like this. This is football, and let me tell you one thing, guys. I think football owes us a chance. Football owes us another opportunity, and we will have many more. And I think, as Mr. Hansi Flick said, I think that we must give credit to this team. Of course, this team is going to be not happy now, but we need to stand up quickly, because we have El Clásico. We're playing La Liga really. We're playing our last moments in La Liga, and we need to keep up the momentum, right? If we can actually target somebody in terms of the defeat today of our team, apart from MARCINIAK and the game that Inter played, which they play their own kind of football, which is very effective in their way. I would say it was this man here. It was when Araujo entered the pitch. Araujo got substituted by, I think it was Íñigo Martínez, if I don't remember wrong. Guys, Araujo, horrible guys, just completely horrible. Let's look at some of his stats here. 44 minutes, dunked on by Acerbi. So Acerbi scored in the last second of the game, while we were going into the final of the Champions League, while he is supposed to be making the cut, and he scored right in front of him. He scored the Thuram to assist the 4-3 that I can't remember the name of the player here. Fioretti, I think it was. 0 tackles, dribble passed 1 time, 2 times. It was Mr. Araujo, dude. I'm sorry. Horrible. I think that it was the origin of our defeat. Araujo played a horrible game and certainly should not be playing for Football Club Barcelona anymore, I think, honestly. And I know I'm very harsh, and I know normally I'm very analytical, and I have a lot of reason in terms of making statements, but I think that Araujo certainly is not a Football Club Barcelona player. He's not. His touch is completely zero, and his defense skills are really bad. To be honest, he's not at the level. Cubarsí is 25 times better than him. By the way, the penalty that they called on Cubarsí, VAR slow motion penalty, all of this kind of stinks. VAR slow motion penalty. How can you call a penalty slow motion, in slow motion? It's just kind of retarded. But anyways, I don't want to speak more about this, about Araujo, because I just get heated, I get heated. Let's talk about this action here, the action previous to the third goal of Inter de Milan, the one that forced the extra time. Let's look at the replay here. Let's see. Can I play this? No. Sorry guys, the zoom is a little tough here. But just look. I mean, it seems like there is a little hit there to the leg of Gerard Martin. I think he did well in diving, but I don't think he did well in the fact that he goes too soft into that ball. Why don't you kick the fucking ball out? It's the minute 93 of the game. You are winning the semi-finals, going into the final of the Champions League. You get the ball, you fucking kick it out. You get me? You get what I'm saying? You take the ball, you shoot it. You don't make the touch hoping to control the ball. No. You fucking kick it out. That's it. I think that's where he messed up. Then he got kicked on the leg, and we can see it clearly. Where was VAR? I don't know where was VAR. But VAR was very quick, analytical, making the decision on whether it was this close for Lamine Yamal penalty to become a free kick, right? But here, where were they, right? Where were they? By the way, Infantino is an Inter de Milan fan. Infantino is the president of the FIFA. I don't know. Stinks a bit, right? It stinks a bit. I think it's a foul. I think that VAR didn't revise anything. Where was VAR then? Of course, it's a soft foul, but it's the last man, pretty much. It's the last man, so it's a foul. They didn't call it. We should have been going into the final of the Champions League. We should have. Then this man came, scored the 3-3, extra time came, and what's his name? Fratesi ended up scoring the fourth, where Barcelona wasn't able to score to equalize that and go into the final penalty kick-out. Also, Sommer, guys. Sommer played a tremendous game, and if Inter needs to thank somebody, it's not Fratelli, it's not De Zerbi, it's this guy. This guy stopped everything that Lamine Yamal was shooting. He stopped everything. And he actually got the Man of the Match award. You know, sometimes you gotta play your best football to win some of the best teams. And this is the Champions League, guys. This is the Champions League, certainly. And now we just need to keep believing, guys. And we need to give credits to this team, you know. As Slava was saying, and thank you again for your donation, we need to welcome this team back to Barcelona as winners, because they are winners, you know. Getting into the semifinals of the Champions League, becoming one of the best, one of the toppest teams in Europe, top 4 teams in Europe, winning the Copa del Rey in an extra time, destroying Real Madrid 3 times, you know, winning 2 titles against them, potentially winning a 3rd title against them, which is La Liga. Deserves a little bit of credit, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I think it does. We are not winning the Champions League. We are jumping off this dream, which was a huge dream. But man, I woke up and I was, okay, it was a dream, but you know what? I'm gonna dream again very soon. Because this team led by this man, who was today really ruling on the field, is gonna get us far. And I really believe so. So guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I have to take a flight early tomorrow. Let's see if this camera can focus. Can this camera focus? No. I have to take a flight tomorrow morning very early. I see almost 250 people watching, only 39 likes. I know it's hard to like this video, but smash the like just for the pride of this team, just for the way this team fought, just for the way this team came back. This team, imagine you're losing 2-0 and there's still 45 minutes to go against a cheering crowd against you, against some stronger, taller, I don't know if faster, but stronger, taller Inter de Milan players with way more experience. By the way, Inter de Milan has been a team that has 5 years of experience within this team, being crafted together with the same coach, etc. You know, guys, we are 1 year in this project, and look how far we went. So expect us, guys. Expect us and keep believing in this team. And of course, tomorrow when you wake up and your friends, your Real Madrid friends or your whatever friends try to pinch you, you know, tell them, look, you know what? I'm very proud of this team. Where was your team? We didn't win. But you know who didn't win either? Real Madrid didn't win either, huh? What are they gonna say? They go, oh, 15 Champions League. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. So guys, thank you everybody. Make sure to really sleep with your head well up, pride up. Be happy about this team. Be proud about this team, and just enjoy the rest of the season, guys. We still got a title to pocket against Real Madrid, El Clásico coming. This team never stops. And of course, thank you to every single member of this channel, to every single viewer, and thank you to the team and Hansi Flick especially. And of course, Laporta for bringing Hansi Flick, for bringing Dani Olmo, and for bringing all the other players before him. So guys, I will end it here. Make sure to smash the likes again for the pride of this team. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications if you don't want to miss a single live stream. And as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video.